In this module, we'll be covering how to complete, sign, view, and print customer forms. You can get to the customer forms section from the main dashboard. If you're not on the main dashboard, select Jobs, Open Jobs to take you to the dashboard. Here you'll find all of the open jobs. To select the job that you want, you can click View and it'll take you into the customer forms. Please make sure that job is in waiting for customer sign-off. If it is not, make sure the technician finishes the critical installation points and the secondary inspection points and syncs that to the website. That will move the job to customer sign-off and it'll allow you to properly sign the forms. To get to the forms section, select View, and it should open up in the customer forms. If it does not, just select the customer forms tab up here at the top. The system will display all of the forms available to be signed. This will include the make and operative, the vehicle delivery receipt, the vehicle weight rating, and if there are any required warranty forms by the manufacturers, those forms would appear here as well. You'll notice the green line up top for intake photos. This is where the pictures that you took of the vehicle when it came in would be stored. We'll cover that here in a little bit. But to start the form signing process, just select Fill and Sign. This will open up a form that takes all of the information that's currently loaded into DOCUTRACK and enter that into the form. In this case, we start with the make and operative. Again, all the information is pre-populated, and there are areas in gray that are editable that allow you to modify the form as necessary. You want to make sure you review those gray areas and enter the information that you see fit. DOCUTRACK will also, for the make and operative, do the heavy lifting for you. It looks at the product that was installed and inserts the appropriate make and operatives. In our world, nothing is vanilla, so if you need to modify that, you can. Say you put hand controls in a 57 Chevy and there are no make and operatives that would apply, you could just go in here, delete those, and that would take it out of the make and operative. If there's something you did that normally doesn't create a make and operative situation, but in this case it does, you have the ability to enter that as well. And whatever it applies, you can put whatever detail you would need to. So go through the form on the gray, make sure it's updated correctly. At this point then, you can click Save and Next. It saves that form, stores all of your information, and then pulls up and creates the next form in the process. This allows you to scroll through all of the forms without having to go back to the main menu. Again, now the vehicle delivery receipt, go through here, select the items that apply. There are some other items on here in gray that you need to make sure you review and also review with the customer. Yes, the tires are good. Again, go through and make whatever applies. Review the weights with the customer, things like that. Once you're done, again, hit Save and Next. This will scroll you through each of the forms. If you want to jump to a particular form, select the drop down here and then jump right to that form, and you can move back and forth as necessary. Or continue on, and this way you make sure you don't miss any of the forms. As you scroll through, it also creates these forms and sets them up for signature and also for printing. So on the weight rating form, there's nothing to modify. We hit Save and Next. This comes up with the Drive Master warranty form. Again, nothing to modify on this. As we hit Save and Next, we'll notice it takes us right back to the make and operative. So now we're back at the beginning. Now that we've made sure that everything is modified correctly, we can begin the signing process. You can sign either electronically or you can print the forms for signing and upload them later. Let's go through the electronic signing process. This does require the Topaz signature pad to be plugged into the computer that you're working with. Each location received one at the startup. Once that is plugged in, you would select Begin Signing. What the system will do now, it will lock this form. As you'll notice, none of these fields are editable any longer. This watermark that you see will not be on any of your forms. This is a test site that we're using before we launch this module, so this will be nice and clean for you. Opens up the first signature box, which in this case is the initials. Hit Save and Next. If there are multiple places to sign on that same form, it'll take you through each of those so none of them gets missed. So we're going to sign those. There are some locations where the delivery representative from the dealership signs. So you would sign in here and continue on. Once that form is completed, again, it locks it. Don't worry about these dates. The system will automatically enter the time and date stamp for all of these forms. So now we're on the vehicle weight rating. We go through our signing for that. And again, you can review the forms either prior to doing this or as you're going through it with the customer. The last form is the warranty form. Hit Save and Next. Once all of the forms and all of the signatures have been entered, it will take you right back to the customer forms page, and you'll note that all of the jobs are completed. Now that the signatures are complete, you have the opportunity to print and or send this to the customer. To do so, if you want to print all of the forms, select the All button and it'll highlight all of these forms. In this case, we're not going to print off the intake photos. We've already given that to the customer, so you can deselect. Again, you can select one, you can select multiple, you can unselect anything you want. At this point, you select the Print button. It will create a PDF of each one of those forms with the signature. As we talked about, it automatically inserts the time and date stamp in all of that. And now you have all of these forms available to be able to print out and give to a customer. It's a PDF, select print, it'll print it, and you're done. The other opportunity is to email this to the customer or to third-party payers or anyone else that might need this information. To do so, you would select the forms you want to send, select the envelope icon. This will automatically pull up the email address that's in the system. If there wasn't one entered, this field will be blank, you can enter it. If this needs to be modified, again, just go in and modify the email address as necessary, enter whatever message you want to enter, and hit OK. It will now create a PDF of all of those forms and send them directly to the customer. DOCUTRACK also allows you to enter other documents that you need to keep on file with this customer. For instance, you may need a driver's license in there, a training evaluation. If you want other information stored with this job, you can keep it all in one place. To do so, you would select this Upload Other Document. You would enter the document name of what you're trying to upload. Select Files, and then select the file that you want to upload. Now we have a driver's license entered for this particular customer. To view it, select View. It will open up or download that file for you to be able to view. If signing electronically is not convenient for you or the customer, you have the opportunity to print documents out, have the customer sign, and upload them into the system. We made some changes to make the uploading a much easier process than ever before. So we're going to clear out the uploaded documents and I'll show you how to upload signed documents. The first thing we do is complete documents the same way we did when we were filling them out for electronic signature. Again, by selecting Fill and Sign, we open up the document, enter the data, enter the information, make whatever changes we need to the document, and select Save and Next. We would then rotate through all of the documents to make sure they were all set up for signing and all the data was entered as appropriate. Once we've scrolled through all the forms, we would hit Save and Back, which would take us back to the customer forms, and now the forms are ready to be printed. Once back on the Forms page, we would select all the documents we want to print and have signed by the customer. I'm going to take the intake photos out and select Print. Again, that creates the PDF of all the documents. You notice a difference on these new documents. Each document has a barcode at the bottom, and that identifies the customer, the job number, and the form and the page number of that form, which makes uploading these a much easier process. So once those documents are signed by the customer, you would scan them to a PDF file. You no longer need to scan individual files. You can scan all of these files into one single file, and then select Upload Signed Documents. Hit the Select Files button, select the documents. In this case, we put all of them in one file. So I double click and select upload. The system now will upload that to DOCUTRACK. It will read the barcode on the bottom of each of the forms, and it places the form in the appropriate bucket in here, even by page number. So with that single upload, every one of the forms are completed. And when we select View, you'll notice that each of the forms are uploaded individually, even though we uploaded that folder as a whole. Again, just as before, by selecting all, it allows us to print all of the documents and give a signed copy to the customer of each of the documents. Now let's go back to the customer forms page. DOCUTRACK will let you know here exactly what happened with the upload. If all of the forms processed correctly, this would be green. If there was a form that was already completed and you tried to upload an additional form to that same bucket, it will let you know that that form was previously completed and it will not upload that form. To do so, if you needed to update that form, you could hit Start Over on that particular form and then re-upload the file, and it will now upload that to that and complete that form, and you'll have the latest one in there. If after printing something happened to the barcode and or DOCUTRACK was unable to read that barcode to determine what bucket that goes in, it would give you a notification that that page was not uploaded, and you'll see in here that that job was not completed. DOCUTRACK gives you the ability to upload an individual form to any of these locations. This also comes in handy if you are using your own document as compared to a DOCUTRACK created document. So you may have your own vehicle weight rating form that you use, and that's what you want to upload. Since barcoding won't work on that, it allows you to upload that form into that particular bucket individually. So I'm going to reset that and show you how to do that. So if that page didn't upload, or you need to upload your own particular form, you will see this Upload Printed button that's available. By selecting Upload Printed, it allows you to select whatever file you want to be able to put in that particular bucket. So I'm going to put the weights page in there, select Upload, and it will now upload the weight rating into that file. To view that, by selecting that, it will show you that the form is in there. Now you notice I'm still using the same form, but you'll notice there is no barcoding at the bottom. So I took the barcoding out so the system cannot read that page like it would if you were to upload your own form, or if for whatever reason the barcode was damaged, torn, or not really being read by the system. Now that everything shows completed, you're able to print or email the forms as we had shown you before. This job now moves from the waiting for customer sign-off into waiting for form submission to be submitted to Nemita. DOCUTRACK also gives you the ability to upload multiple forms for multiple jobs all at the same time with a single upload. So I'm going to reset all these and we'll start over, and I'll show you an easier way to do many uploads at the same time. To upload forms, once they're created and printed, you don't have to be in each individual customer form section to be able to upload that. You can also access that area from the Jobs drop-down to Upload Signed Forms. From here, you can upload multiple forms to multiple jobs just by dragging those files into this box. So you would select Upload. You could select as many jobs as you want to upload at the same time. We're just going to do one right now, and select Open. It'll now pull all of those jobs and put it in the appropriate location. Or I have the ability to just drag those files directly in. And again, here, if I wanted to drag multiple files in, I can drag multiple at the same time. I could also have one file with 2, 3, 4, 5 different jobs in it. By dragging it in here or selecting Upload here, DOCUTRACK will go through, read each one of those files, and let you know that everything is processed. If there was some issue with any of them, it will let you know which jobs it had an issue with. So now if I go back to my Open Jobs, and I select a customer that we've been working on, you'll notice that all of the forms are completed. So at the end of the month, when you have a lot of jobs to be able to upload at once, scan them all together as one, put them all in, DOCUTRACK will do the rest for you. When you are uploading in bulk, always remember to make sure you are uploading the correct customer files. It doesn't matter what customer is open here, DOCUTRACK will be reading the barcoding on the forms and putting those forms into the appropriate job. Once the forms are uploaded, you have three different options here. Reopen will delete the signatures on the form, keep all of the information that was manually entered, and of course all the information that was in DOCUTRACK in the form will still be there, and allows you to have that form re-signed and or make changes to it, additional changes, and get it re-signed. Start over will wipe out whatever document was uploaded. It will eliminate any signatures. It will eliminate any of the additional modifications you made or changes you made to that document, but it will keep all of the information that's in DOCUTRACK into that form. View allows you to see the form signed and completed. I talked earlier about the intake photos. This report shows all of the pictures that were taken of the vehicle when that vehicle was brought into your shop. If they were taken, they would show on this form. To view that, you would just select the form, select print, and it creates a PDF of that file. So it shows all of the shots that were taken with the tablet in the shop when that vehicle came in. This is a great form to use with a customer up front when they bring their vehicle in for something to be installed. The technician takes the pictures of the condition of the vehicle when it arrives. They can document any scratches, burns, or problems with the vehicle. And you can print this report out, give it to the customer, review it with them, and say, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, we're going to take care of your vehicle. Anything happens to it, we'll take care of it. But I want to let you know, we noticed this scratch here or this dent here. It allows you to make sure that you don't get into a situation where the customer comes back and says, hey, you put a dent in my vehicle when you were putting this in, or there's a grease mark here or a burn mark here that wasn't there before. You can document those conditions up front. And also, if something does happen to the vehicle, it's clear that it happened after they brought it in. If you needed to look at that a little bit larger or see more detail, again, with the PDF, you can zoom in as far as you'd like to. So this completes the forms training. If you need any help or need any additional assistance, the support website provides a link to all of the user manuals that will walk you through each of these areas step by step. We also have the toll-free call support center that you can call them, and they will walk you through any situation you might need with DOCUTRACK as well. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a great day.